Yeah, you are now tuned into the truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
The truth with G. The truth with G. The truth with G.
All right. Welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Truth with G on WPMM Internet Radio. It's your boy once again, Gerald Graham. You know Miss Q. Once again, we are back.
The truth with G.
We are back to talk about the issues that matter to you and your community. Hope all is well with everyone. Hope all is well. I was so hyped. I was going to play the intro twice today. We're going to cut it short. How's everybody doing today? It is Monday. Everybody's back on the grind once again after a weekend. Short weekend, very, very short weekend. Seemed like I closed my eyes on Friday night and woke up. It was Monday morning. But I hope you had a good weekend. I had an interesting weekend. Had some events I had to attend and some things I had to do. Had to do a little traveling as well. Had to take care of my youngin' and all that good stuff. So we made it back safe. Made it back to Pensacola safely after a long ride. But anyway. I want to thank you guys for joining me once again right here on WPMM Internet Radio. We're here every Monday, Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about these issues, and I want to make sure that y'all join me every time I'm on because I'm talking about stuff you need to know. I'm talking about things that you really need to know, really need to tune into. We're going to talk about some things tonight. You know, Black America done lost their damn mind. We got local violence that's out of control. We got a whole lot of things going on. A bunch of people in politics done lost their damn mind. My president, Barack Obama, being criticized for telling the truth. We're going to talk about all that. Let's go ahead and take care of the particulars. First of all, let me tell y'all this. Next week now. Next Wednesday, the 23rd. 23rd next week. Casting flights downtown Pensacola. I think it's 121 North Palafox. Doing a birthday thing down at Casting Flights on the 23rd. Karaoke and cake. I want y'all to come out and hang out with your boy. You know, I'm celebrating every year's a milestone. So I call it celebrating a milestone. You know, if I make it to that day, you know, another cycle, another 365-day cycle that I made it through. And it's a blessing to be here for this long, because I tell you, it's a lot of people that came before me and after me that are not here. So I call it a blessing just to be here to celebrate. So if I make it to next Wednesday, y'all come out and check me out at Castle Flights, 7 o'clock, 7 to 11. We're not staying out late. You know, you can come out at 7, you can leave at 8, you can be in bed by 8:30. So don't say you got to work the next morning. Hell, I got to work next morning too. So, you know, you're gonna go home and watch TV to midnight. Might as well come out and hang out with your boy. But anyway, with WPMM Internet Radio, where we play more music, we play the best in R&B, neo soul, jazz, hip hop, independent, and old school music. WPMMradio.com is the website you can go to. Download the app, free app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Also, we're live on Facebook, TTWG Graham. TTWG Graham is the Facebook page that we're live on. Again, we're still working on getting on WPMM Facebook page. JD, you got to get together. Got to get together, JD, so we can get it on WPMM Facebook page without having to have you share it there. I want to be able to log on and get in right away. Views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests or their own. It does not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to malign with any religion, ethnic group, company, club, organization, or anyone or anything. Now that we got that out the way. And I tell y'all, I've been so perturbed lately on what's going on in our nation, what's going on in our city. I have just been preoccupied and you know, my thought process is I don't like thinking about this stuff outside of the show. and outside of just normal conversation with people. But, the things that's going on right now, and particularly in our politics, and it's kind of mind-boggling. It's sad. It's surprising. It's whole lot of adjectives I can throw in there, and one of them, and we're going to talk about. Let's tell you what we're going to talk about tonight. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but we're going to touch on this local violence and see what's going on in our local community right here in Pensacola, Florida, where we're broadcasting from. Also, going to talk about the FEMA workers. We're going to talk about the lies that's being told by the idiot, and FEMA workers are being threatened now. Talk about that. We're going to talk about my brothers. We're going to talk about black men. I'm so tired of hearing about black men for Trump. Y'all irritate me. Y'all really are. And then y'all gonna criticize my president for telling y'all the truth. We'll talk about that as well. We're gonna talk about the idiots on the right because they believe that we can control the Democrats control the weather. The orange idiot won't release his medical records because he's got dementia. We'll talk about that. The vice presidential candidate for the Republican Party won't admit that the orange idiot lost the 2020 election. That's another issue because of what can happen in the future. We'll talk about that as well. And also, I want to hear from you guys as well. I want you to drop your comments in the comment section, and I want you to take and play a role in this broadcast today. So drop your comments in the comment section. Miss Fancy is on. How you doing tonight, Miss Fancy? Good to see you on here. Miss Fancy, she done been on the last couple of shows that I've seen anyway. A lot of times, people behind the scenes listening, I can't see them. But when you comment, obviously I can see you. I appreciate you listening to the show, Miss Fancy. I really, really do. We're also going to talk about, and I'm going to start out with that. Let me start out with this. There's a story out there. A father arrested for murder because he killed the man. What's up, Mr. Chris? Mr. Chris Murphy is out there. Mr. Chris Murphy out there. He the famous godfather of Wayman Jordan that's showing out up there at Hutch. He's a proud godfather out there. So I'm good to see the Wayman doing well up there. And he's going off to. I just changed the whole subject, didn't it? But he's going off to another college. He ain't decided where he's going yet, but he got a lot of offers, so he'll be continuing his college career. So y'all applaud these young men that's out here doing good, because we got too many out here that's knuckleheads and doing stupid stuff. So applaud those that are doing well. Not only Wayman, he started Catholic, but he ended up at Scammia High School. There's several people at Scammia, Wayman, Brandon Smith, my son Amir, DeMonte is still playing. There's a couple more, and I apologize, I forget the names, but they continue their college. All those played together at Scammia High School, so we have several that still advancing their college career. The big dog injured right now, so he's going to be out. He's going to be out for a little bit, but he's coming back. He's coming back. Okay, but there's a story out there where a father kills the man who abducted his child, 14-year-old girl, kidnapped the child, allegedly raped the child, and he found him and he killed the man that abducted his child, and now he is being charged with murder. Now, I don't condone violence. I'm not condoning violence, but I can tell you this. Chris said he's proud of all of them. Yes, sir. But anyway, I don't condone violence in any kind of way. This man, he committed an act that most people view as being criminal. I don't condone violence, but I understand. in his situation. Because guess what? It would have been me as well. It would have been me as well. I tell you, ain't no pulling punches, ain't no parsing words. If it was me, I'd have got him and anybody who knew about him having my child. I promise you. So I don't condone it, but I understand. Um, but let me just read the story for you so you can understand what I'm talking about. Father arrested after allegedly killing the man he found with his 14-year-old daughter. This is in Arkansas. Father was arrested after he allegedly shot and killed a man who was in a vehicle with his missing 14-year-old daughter. On Tuesday, the 36-year-old Aaron, this was last Tuesday, Aaron Spencer reported to the police that his daughter was missing. As police were on their way to Spencer's home, Spencer found his daughter in the vehicle with a 67-year-old man. Michael Foster was his name. Spencer then allegedly shot and killed Foster after a confrontation between the two men arose. Police arrested Spencer on a primary charge of first-degree murder, class Y felony, and was booked into the jail. Class Y felonies are typically a sentence of at least 10 years and no more than 40 years or life in prison, according to Fox News. Reported that Spencer family had no contact order in place for Foster because he had stalked and raped the 14-year-old over the summer. This guy that preyed upon the daughter was released on bond, and he had stopped him that night and got. I'm sorry, I can't see. That night and got him with her. So this man had already committed an act against this child, had already stalked and raped the child, and then abducted her. And when the father found him, he did what any father would do. Again, I don't condone violence. We got some comments here. I'm sorry. Mr. Frank, what's going on, Mr. Frank? He says not guilty, and you're exactly right. He should be exonerated. I'm not really supporting, being a vigilante, but in this case, I understand. I promise you I understand. Chris Murphy said I'd probably done the same thing. Frank said I smile in my mugshot. And y'all have to understand, for people who don't have kids, you may not fully understand, but for people who got kids, you understand. Is somebody messing with your child? Mr. Chasen, what's going on, Mr. Chasen? Appreciate you listening tonight. When something's going on with your child, when somebody messing with your child, that's a whole nother level of concern, if you will. That's top level. I mean, that when you mess with your child, I think, I don't know about nobody else, but messing with my child is top. That's top priority when they are a child. I understand I got a mother and I got a wife or whatever, but my child come first and foremost before anybody and everybody. And I know some people say, well, your mother gained your life, but then that mother should feel that way about me. And then I'm going to feel that way about my child. So see, the gods knew not to give me a girl. They knew not to give me a girl child. He knew that I'm very overprotective. I got 3 boys. He knew I'm very overprotective about my boys. And if I had a girl, I wouldn't be sitting here today. And I promise you, somebody at some point in time, I got grown kids. All my kids are grown. Let's say, for instance, if the ages of my children were, all 3 of them were girls, y'all would not see me sitting here right now, unless they would let me broadcast from somebody's prison. I would have to be doing the show from, cell block D, because I promise you, little things would set me off when it come to these girls. Little things set me off. And I can't even imagine somebody doing something like that to my girl child and me not responding the same way that this father did. Again, I'm not condoning violence, but I understand. Mr. Frank said, when it comes to my babies, I'm so serious. I don't care who thinks what, but the level of comfort my kids have knowing that the father, uh, they have a father will in the universe is something not to take lightly. And I have a daughter. Yes, sir, Mr. Frank. I feel you. I feel you. Like I say, the guys knew not to give me a girl because they know I ain't got good damn sense. I tell people all the time I ain't got good sense. Mr. Murphy say I have girls. I know I would be in a cage somewhere. Y'all. I think I'm one of the coolest people you'll ever meet in your life. I'm easy to get along with. I'm cool. I can hang out with you. You know, we can chat. We can talk. We can chop it up. We can talk about fun stuff. We can talk about serious stuff, whatever the case may be. But I tell you, but I ain't got good sense. I don't like nobody bothering me, and I don't bother nobody because I know I ain't got good sense. And in this situation, you mess with my kids. There's somebody out there right now, and I ain't calling no names. There's somebody out there right now that had a thought that they could mess with my child. They had that thought. This was years ago, but I don't think they have that thought anymore. And I'm leave it at that. But I don't want to be brought up on no charges. Hopefully the statute of limitations that ran out. But yeah, there was somebody who thought that they can mess with my child. They don't think that anymore. I had to show them a different way of life. I had to show them that there's consequences to your actions. I had to show them that there's better ways to go about doing things. And sometimes words ain't enough. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I might incriminate myself. I plead the fifth. But anyway, this man is he's facing. Uh, how you doing, Miss Copeland? Good to see you, Miss Copeland. Um, but this man he's facing a murder charge because he did kill the man that had raped and abducted his child, his 14-year-old girl. And like I say, I don't condone it, but I fully understand. I fully understand. So, for you fathers out there, this is it's unfortunate that he's facing this situation, but I'm sure his daughter is grieving the fact that she may be facing not having her father around for some time, but I'm sure she is understanding of the situation. I'm sure she is grateful that she knows she has a father that's going to go to bat for her and that's going to do what's necessary to keep her safe. Unfortunately, with him being locked up, um, it's hard to keep him safe when you're locked up. But he's locked up on a situation where I don't think he should be, because it was a good cause. And I'm not condoning violence, but I understand. So that's one of the things that's going on. But with Monday Madness, we're talking about a variety of topics here tonight, and that's just one of them. And let's talk about MAGA blacks. I just gave them that title, MAGA blacks. MAGA blacks, and is another term for fucking idiot. Okay, if you're just joining us, make sure you share this. Just joining us, this Monday Madness. We're talking about certain topics, different topics tonight. Drop your comments into the comment section. Even if I need to go back to a topic, we definitely will. MAGA blacks, again, another term for idiot. I am so tired of hearing about this. I've been watching the news all weekend. The headlines in the news has been about the orange rapist gaining momentum when it comes to support from black men. The fuck? I did it wasn't on, I didn't do it on WPMM radio that night. I did a live, I think, over the weekend. It may have been Saturday. And I was talking about this very subject. I expressed my dismay of what is going on with black men and supporting this rapist, this racist, this man who has no respect for black women, period. I express my concerns, my anger, my confusion over what is going on with our black men that is supporting this rapist. Now, for you alpha males out there, for you alpha males who got this mentality that a woman can't lead and a woman can't do this and a woman can't do that, if y'all don't understand that this nation thrives on what women contribute to this nation. If you had a bunch of knucklehead old white men that was the only ones that's trying to make policies and whatever, this country be even more fucked up than what it is now. And most of these alpha males allow this book called the Bible to kind of regulate their mind to make them think that a woman has to follow a man, which is a whole nother subject that we'll talk about another day. But in this situation, it's not about policy. It's not about legislation. It's not about government. It's about human decency. It's about respect. That's what this election is about. And if you as a black man will choose a old white man who constantly disrespect black women and has disrespected you as a black man and is a rapist on top of that, if you support that, something is seriously wrong with you. Mr. Corey, what's going on? I see he has joined us. He has dropped a comment in there. He said, God will forgive. That's all that matters. I have 2 girls, and 2 of my 5 of my grandchildren are girls. It can be my boys as well. Yes, I would have to get them. For coming from Mr. Corey, that's serious right there. That coming from Mr. Corey, if he say that, it's real. So that's going back. If you just joining us, that's going back to the first topic where we was talking about the man, the story about the man in Arkansas that killed his 14-year-old daughter's abductor. And you know, you can go back and listen to the first part of the show. Once the show ends, you can run back and listen to the first part of the show on that. But MAGA blacks, again, another word for MAGA idiots, black idiots. And I'm gonna call you an idiot because you are an idiot. I'm gonna call you ignorant because it is ignorance. I'm gonna call you stupid because it's stupidity. I'm gonna call you immoral because it's immoral. And y'all know me, I call it like it is. And now, like I say, I've been listening all freaking weekend. Every time I turn on the news, they're talking about how Kamala Harris is trying to drum up support of black men. Why? Why is this a top story? Why is this even a story? Why is this even an issue? Now, if Kamala Harris was running against somebody who has some morals and some values, then that's one thing. You know, that would be a very normal and reasonable conversation to have for her to be able to drum up support from black men. But her opponent is a old white rapist. He's a 78-year-old rapist and a racist. Now, I said in my live, and y'all can go back and check my page and check my live that I did on this past Saturday. I think it was on Friday, Saturday, one of them days. As I talked about black men supporting Trump. I challenge anyone who is there supporting the Orange Idiot, any black man, to go talk to your mother. If you have little girls, go and talk to your little girls. You have a wife or a girlfriend, go and talk to your wife or your girlfriend and explain to them to where they're going to understand why you are supporting a rapist and a racist. Explain to your black mother, explain to your black children, explain to your black spouse or your mate. Explain to them why you would support a white rapist over a black woman, and see if they understand you. I've said this and I say it again, that if you are a black man and you are supporting this rapist, this racist rapist, you cannot have any respect for your black mother, for your black daughters, for your black wife or your girlfriend. There's no way you can respect them and how they feel and have empathy or sympathy for anything that they're going through if you support this bullshit. Now, for you women out there, again, this is not even about politics at this point. It's not about politics right now. It's about human fucking decency. For you women out there, if your husband, your boyfriend is sitting there telling you that they are supporting Trump, here's my advice. You need to get the fuck out. You really do. You need to get out of that relationship. You need to run as fast as you fucking can, because I can tell you as a man, he has no respect for you. Now, if anybody wants to debate me on that, we can debate. You can come on the show. We can debate on that. We can talk about it. I will bring you on. I promise you I will. Anybody that want to talk about that. Again, it's not about politics. Mr. Mike, what's going on, Mr. Mike? Mr. Mike put a comment in as well. Mr. Murphy, I'm sorry, I missed Mr. Murphy's comment. He said, I serve under some extraordinary women's leadership. He also said they can lead, and I am an alpha male. I'm not saying it's bad to be an alpha male, but even as an alpha male, you have to understand that women play a role in it. I'm an alpha male when it comes to protection. Now, if it come down to me having to protect my wife from a situation or somebody or what have you, I'm the first to step up. But I don't rule with an iron fist in my household. Everything in my household is 50-50. We're gonna talk about a situation. We're gonna come up with common ground. We're gonna come up with a medium as to what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. We don't have to agree on everything. I don't have to agree with what my wife says and does. She don't have to agree with what says and does. But in the end, we're going to come to that common ground in the middle, and we're going to come to a compromise. Now, the only time that I will take the forefront, and that's been so very, very few times that this has even come to that because of the whole compromise thing. If it comes down to where a decision have to be made that we cannot run up on an agreement with, at that point in time, I have to make that call because I am looking out for the best interest of both of us, me and my wife, my children, whatnot. I'm making this decision based on facts, knowledge, what have you. It's not based on emotion. Not saying that women. I'm saying it and I'm not saying it, that women are more emotional than men, because history proves that women are more emotional than men. But if I make a decision, it's based on factual knowledge, it's based on experience, it's based on things that are solid, that can be measured. It's not based on an emotion, whether I'm mad about it, happy about it, whatever the case may be, feel sorrow. It's not based on emotion. So if we can't come to a common ground, that's the only time that I would step up and do this alpha male thing. But anyway, Mr. Mike put a comment. He said his political agenda will set not only us as minorities back, but the whole country as a whole. Trump for prison. You're exactly right. Project 2025, people, is real. You know, I yesterday in my travels, I actually passed by a cotton field yesterday as I was traveling up the road, and I looked at that cotton field, and the first thing that popped in my brain was Project 2025, because that's what basically that's what Project 2025 is going to put us right back in the fucking cotton field, right back in the days where we were in the field, where we had no rights. Mr. Murphy, he put a comment in and he said, to be a leader, you have to be a follower. You're exactly right. And the office of the president of the United States is not about one individual, because with this government, there's three levels of government. There's the legislative branch, there's the judicial branch, and the executive branch. Those three branches of government. If you don't know it, go listen to, go back back in the day, we listened to conjunction function and I'm just a bill, and all, we on Saturday mornings we learn. Even though we watch a cartoon, we were learning stuff. But there are three branches of government, and no one person can make law. No one person can make law. It has to be a collective, bipartisan effort. There's ways to do things without that bipartisanship, however, which is policy, and that policy can be an executive order coming from the president of the United States, but it's not a law. It's policy that's going to exist as long as that person is in office, and then once that person leaves office, the next person that comes in can either continue on with that executive order, or they can get rid of it. So it's not law. Law is only passed through the congressional process, where a bill goes through the committee, and then it goes through the House, and it goes through the Senate, and then it's negotiated. It goes back to the House, and it goes back through the Senate. If it passes both of them, then it goes to the president's desk, and then the president has the authority to sign it into law or veto it and send it right back through the process again. That's how it works. But getting back to Black MAGA, black idiots that are looking to vote for Trump, I was saying that I want you to go and talk to your black mother, your black grandmother, your black aunts, your black children, particularly young girls. I want you to go talk to those people and explain to them why you are supporting the racists. Explain to your girl children, and don't parse your words. Use the fact that go to them and say, little girl, girls, dad is going to vote for a rapist. He's going to vote for a rapist. So, I just want you to know that that's your pops. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about what you think, how you feel. I don't want you to have control over your body. I want these old white men that's in Congress and in the Senate to control what you do with your own body. I want these old white men to make a law, a blanket law across the nation, to where it's going to put your life in jeopardy when you get old enough to decide if you want to have children or not. I want these white men to control your coochie. Explain that to your kids. And then come back and tell me how that goes. Explain that to your girl children. Daddy voting for a rapist. Daddy voting for somebody who don't even like black people. Explain that to your little girl. And tell me if she understands. Explain that to your teenage daughter and see how she look at you. Explain that to your wife and believe after you explain that to her that she feel the same way about you that she did before. Now, you ladies out there that are harboring these idiots, that are harboring these black people that support. And let me say, I'm not saying you have to vote Democrat. If you're not satisfied with the democratic process at this point in time, whatever, you don't have to vote Democrat. There's people on that running independently. That name will be on the ballot. You know, it's a bunch of fucking idiots. You know, one is that Kennedy dumbass. That's just as bad. Um, Jill Stein name is going to be on the ballot. Jill Stein don't have a chance, a snowball chance in hell to win anything. Just like Kennedy don't have a chance to win anything, but stay on the ballot. Vote for Jill Stein. Or stay your dumb ass at home. Don't vote for nobody. I hate to sound hard, especially talking about my black men. You know, because I want to lift you guys up, but not. We're at a point in time where I can't be soft with you. I can't parse my words with you. I have to call out stupidity when it's necessary, and it's necessary at this point in the game. It is very necessary to call out stupidity because stupidity reigns in your brain if you are going to vote for this man. Like I say, if you don't agree with the Democratic agenda, their policies, their positions, what have you, just don't vote for Democrat. But don't go out and put a rapist, a racist rapist, a thief, a convicted felon. Don't put that. Don't disrespect black women as a whole by voting for this man. Have better moral judgment about yourself. Have better moral conviction about yourself. Have more self worth about your fucking self than anything. Because making that vote just shows that you are you gotta hate your fucking self. Self hate got to play a role in this in here somewhere. You have to hate yourself. You have to have a certain hatred for women, particularly black women. I talked about the fact that the orange idiot went after the people on the View, the show The View that comes on in the morning, and you know you got a panel full of women that are talking about whatever, and I watch The View quite often. You know, if I don't catch that, you know, I'm at work during the day, but I catch the highlights or whatever to see what that's talking about, particularly their hot topics. They have a segment called Hot Topics, and out of those five women, all five of those women sit and dog the fuck out of Trump. All of them think he's an idiot. One of the women used to work in his cabinet that's on the panel right now. One of the women used to work in his cabinet. There's another woman that was a registered Republican. All of them say how stupid he is, how fucking foul he is, and everything. But when he went on the attack, when he was talking about The View, there's five women, there's three white women, there's two black women. He only attacked the two black women. He called them stupid. He almost called them a dumb bitch. Pull it up. Go on YouTube. All you gotta do is Google Trump calls the View host dumb. It'll come up. He caught himself at a rally where he was talking about the two black women on the panel. Didn't say anything about the white women. But he made sure that he degraded the black women. Go talk to those two black women in Georgia in the 2020 election. Those two black women that he accused of stealing ballots and destroying ballots, and you know, go talk to them and see how their life was destroyed. Can't think of their names. If somebody know their names off the top of their head, please put it in the comment section. Go talk to those two women. Those two women, their lives was destroyed. They had to change. They up and move. They couldn't even stay in their own house. They had to move their residence. They had to hide out because MAGA idiots were after them. Because the rapists lied on them. and said that they stole the election from him. Black women. Georgia ain't the only state that he lost. He didn't go and blame any white women for anything. He picked out those two black women, singled those two black women out. And to this day, he has not made a word of apology or to try to make amends. Central Park 5 young black men back in the 80s that were accused of raping a white woman. Donald Trump used his own money to put an ad in the paper to call for their death when they were innocent. Those 5 black men are still alive today. They're still kicking. Donald Trump has not made any effort to make amends, even by saying I was wrong. He didn't, not that he even have to say he's sorry, because we know he's not sorry. He won't even say I was wrong in my assumption. He's going to double down on the fact that these 5 young, innocent black kids should have been put to death, even over something that they didn't do. The people that sued him over his real estate practices, where he would not rent to black people. Now, and you as a man gonna go out and vote for this rapist, this racist? I want you to explain that to you. I really do want you to explain to your kids, your girl kids, that you're voting for a rapist, and let me know how it goes. I want to hear about it. Videotape it, hell, send it to me. I want to see it. Explain it to your wife. And you ladies, if y'all are with somebody who is thank you, Mr. Somerville. Mr. Somerville done joined us. Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. That's a mother-daughter combination. Those are the two that I was talking about in Georgia, that their life was totally destroyed by the rapist. And he has not yet to utter any words of apology, any words of being sorry, any words of I was wrong, I was mistaken, nothing. And they still hide now. They to this day, these women say they still scared to go out in public. Can you fucking imagine? And then you black men are gonna go and vote for this? Really? That's disheartening. That's sad. That's there's no understanding. There's no understanding. And I guarantee that the ones that are voting for the ones that claim they're going to vote for Trump and they support Trump, I guarantee you they can't name one fucking policy that Trump has came up with that has bettered their life. What they can't name one policy, period. They can't name one policy position that he's running for in the 2024 election, let alone the 2020 election, even the 2016 election. You cannot articulate one freaking policy. But tell me if you can, again, I'm inviting you on the show. Whoever is out there that's listening that is voting for Trump, I'm inviting you on the show. I'll bring you in. Mr. Somerville said none. And you're exactly right. There's not one policy, one piece of legislation that the Republican Party has put through that has benefited any of you. Not one. The orange idiot is only looking out for the top 1% of the most richest people in the world. He just won't tax. I pay more fucking taxes than Donald Trump did. I have to write a fucking check every year, paying damn taxes. Trump's supposed to be a billionaire. I'm paying more fucking taxes than he is. And he's still trying to get rich people tax breaks. Mr. Murphy, he put a comment in. I apologize. Let me get to the comment. Try to focus my eyes. I can't see. He says most black men are concerned about the economy and their stuff. The standard of living, I have a little more than what I had growing up, but I'm still black and won't continue to progress for my people. Right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about the economy. What people not understanding about the economy since Mr. Murphy Break brought that up. People not understanding about the economy. The economy is as strong right now as it's been in years. We had inflation. The inflation. People are saying, well, prices at the grocery store cost more and this, that, and other. Yes, that is true. But it's not because of the Biden administration. It's because of corporate greed. That's why the prices are high right now. Gas is below $70 a barrel right now. So at one point they was trying to blame it on the price of gas, but gas is below $70 a barrel right now. So the corporations were saying, well, it costs us more to ship the products and this, that, and other, whatever. No, the gas prices are down, but your prices are still going up. It has nothing to do with government. Kamala Harris is putting policies in place to where she's going to clamp down on corporate greed. She's going to clamp down on price gouging. She still have to go through the legislative process to get there. But the economy is as strong as it is. The stock market is thriving. Your 401k is growing. Oil is being produced. Gas prices are down. It's the corporations that won't let go and bring the prices down because of corporate greed. It's called supply and demand. These CEOs are making $1 million a day. I'm not talking about for the corporations. I'm talking about for their own fucking pockets. Because of supply and demand, they know we have to buy these products. They know we're in a situation where we have to buy these products, so they're not going to come down on the prices. But as far as the inflation is down. It's at 2.2% right now. It's down from 17%. Inflation growth is 2.2. Federal the interest rates has been cut by the Feds. They don't cut them once. They're going to cut them at the beginning of the year. Then they'll cut them again probably next summer. So interest rates are being cut. The economy is thriving. It's corporate greed that are keeping the prices up right now. Trump is talking about tariffs. Tariffs will only drive up the price that the consumers are spending on goods. He don't even understand what the fuck tariffs are. But that's his whole agenda, that he's going to put tariffs on China. China, let me tell y'all how dumb y'all is. Y'all fucking MAGA idiots. Let me tell y'all how dumb y'all is. Trump keeps talking about America first. He keeps talking about putting tariffs on China. And he's too fucking stupid to realize that all the products that are being made that say Trump on it, all that shit coming from China. But it's American first for you MAGA idiots. But everything is being made in China that he's selling. And you dumb fucks out there buying gold shoes and $100,000 watches. And then you complain about the price of a fucking pound of ground beef. Y'all done pissed me the fuck off now. MAGA fucking idiots. MAGA blacks. And I hate talking about my black people, but if you're going to go that route and you want to disrespect black people, particularly black women, then you be a fucking idiot and stay an idiot. But I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to educate you to where, come back. You're in a sunken place. Come back. You are supporting a man who don't like you, you are supporting a man that want legal immigrants that are thriving in the city of Springfield, Ohio. These people are contributing to the economy. The mayor says that they need more people like that in this. And this rapist said they need to go, regardless if they're legally or nothing. They're black people. He said that they're destroying the fabric of the nation. They're poisoning the fabric of the nation. black people, and your dumb ass want to vote for him. He don't give a fuck about you. But you are supporting somebody who don't care about you, and particularly don't care about that woman that birthed you. Particularly don't care about that woman that you married. Particularly don't care about that woman that you're sleeping with every night. Particularly don't care about your girl children. Tell your daughters and your wife and your mother to turn their coochie over to the government, because if you vote Republican, they own their coochie now. Tell them to turn it over. Tell them they don't have the right to say what happens in and out of there. They don't have that right anymore. Hey, Miss Nita, Miss Mitchell is on. Miss Mitchell, how y'all doing? How you doing tonight, Miss Mitchell? I see you. She put a comment in. She said the black men who I know are voting for Trump are business owners who claim he's better for their bottom line. Nita, Miss Nita, let me tell you something about these black men. If they're willing to put their bottom line over the respect and the dignity of other black people, if they're willing to sell their soul for a fucking dollar, they need to turn their black card in. Because I'm sure I'm a venture to say that the black men that you're talking about that are business owners, I guarantee you they're not billionaires. Guarantee you they're not billionaires. They may be thousandaires, but they ain't billionaires. And for them to say something stupid like that, and like I said, it's not even about politics. It's not about policy at this point in time. It's not even about politics right now. It's about human decency. How can you vote for a rapist, a known rapist who won't even make amends, won't even confess to the wrongdoings? 27 women has accused this man of rape. 20 fucking 7. If it was one, I would give him the benefit of the doubt, because it could be that that woman's word against a man's word. I never want to doubt a woman when she claimed rape, but history will tell you that there has been women to falsely claim rape, and that's just a fact. That's not anything I'm making up or trying to cast shade on. There have been women out there who have falsely accused rape. But when you got 20 something fucking women saying the same thing, that 20 women that don't know each other saying the same thing about the same fucking man, there's some truth behind it. And if you're willing to put politics over human decency, you need to reevaluate. You really need to reevaluate, because something is wrong with you. And I'm gonna say this lastly, and my president Barack Obama has been on the campaign stump the last few days. He's going to be going heavy throughout until the election day going forward. I am tired of hearing criticism of him, of Barack Obama, because he's speaking directly to black men. He's calling y'all out just like I'm calling y'all out. Black men that's supporting this rapist. He's saying basically the same thing. He just ain't using the cuss words. He ain't calling y'all fucking idiots like I will. But he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. But he's being criticized and ridiculed because he's calling out black men. If you stupid enough to vote for Trump, your dumb ass should be called out. Don't be scared of your fucking truth. If you're an asshole and an idiot, get your T-shirt to say I'm an asshole. I'm voting for Trump. Put it on a T-shirt. Put it on your MAGA hat. But y'all, they ridiculing and criticizing Barack Obama for calling out black men, and he has every right to do so. Because we should not be that stupid. We need to get out of the slave mentality. We need to stop letting white men control everything that we fucking do. We need to stop letting old racist white men tell our women that they ain't shit. We need to stand up for our black women. Women, If your man ain't standing up for you, you need to get rid of him. Find your man that's gonna stand up for you. I tell my wife, I tell people all the time, I never fight over my wife. I love her, but I never fight over her. But I fight like hell for her. I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect her. I'm not gonna sit back and just chill out if somebody's being disrespectful to her or trying to do harm to her. I'm not gonna support anybody who's trying to do harm to my wife. I never fight over, but I damn sure fight for her. And I got a feeling I'll win. So you black men out there, uh, Mr. Murphy says, I have two successful businesses, but I would never sell out someone who doesn't like me. Some are weak-minded. And like I said, you know, and Mr. Murphy, he's doing wonderful things. He's doing great in regards to his being an entrepreneur and things of that nature. He's doing great, doing a wonderful job. But I don't care what the dollar amount is. I would never sell my soul to the devil. Like I said, if you have an issue with a woman being over a man, if you're that alpha male who you done allowed tradition to spoil your fucking brain, just stay your dumb ass at home. Stay at home. Don't vote. And that's a shame. I'm telling people not to vote. But don't vote. Stay at home. I'd rather you stay at home than to go and put your cash your ballot for somebody who don't even like you. Don't like anybody that look like you. And I can't believe that you're stupid enough to vote for somebody who don't give a fuck about you and don't have a policy or position or anything. If you're not a billionaire, his tax cuts ain't gonna help you none. And for you people out there who think back to this stimulus check, and that's another thing. Let me make this point before I go. Thinking back to this stimulus check that you got under the Trump administration. Do you know that stimulus check did not come from fucking Trump? Do you know that he fought against that stimulus check? Do you know that it was a Democratic Congress and a House of Representatives and a Democratic Senate that passed that through the law, and they had to force him to sign it. And then once he signed it, he said, "I'm going to try to make this mine," and he put his fucking name on the check. The first time ever in life that a president has put his fucking name on the check because he wanted to make y'all dumbasses think that he had done something for you. He did not do that. It was a Democratic Congress that passed the legislation to give that stimulus check based on the pandemic that this orange fucking idiot told you to put bleach in your fucking brains and to shine a light in your ass to get rid of it. He had to be coerced to sign off on it because, again, we have three branches of government. Everything that goes through has to go through those three branches of government. He was forced to sign it. And once he was forced to sign it, then he say, "We're not going to send these checks out unless my name is on it." And you dumb fucks took the bait and thinking that the orange rapist signed that stimulus check for you. It was a Democratic Congress that put that money in your pocket, not Donald Trump. Do your research, people. Do your work. Stop being a fucking idiot. Stop listening to what they say. They always saying something fucked up. Listen to the facts. Read the facts. Look up the facts. Stop listening to they. They always telling you something fucked up. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's how we roll on the Truth with G. WPMM Radio, it's the top of the hour. It's time for me to get up out of here. I want to thank y'all so very much. I appreciate all the comments. It's been a great conversation today. I appreciate the comments. Again, if you know somebody who's voting for Trump that want to come on and talk to me, let me know. Tell them to hit me up, TTWG Graham on Facebook. Hit me up in Messenger, the Truth with G at yahoo.com on my email. Tell them to hit me up. I'll put you on the show. We can talk about it. November 5th. Be broadcasting. We're doing a live broadcast from the WPMM studios on election night. We're going to do live coverage of the election November 5th. Y'all check us out next week, next Wednesday night. Casting Flights. We're having my little birthday celebration. So if 7 to 11, come out early. You know, holler at your boy. You hang out with me for a minute, and then you can go home. You be in the bed by 9 o'clock. I'm staying till the doors close. 11 o'clock, we going home, and then I'm gonna get up and go to work next morning. But I appreciate y'all listening. I really do. This show will be posted on my Facebook page for you to go back and listen. GTWG Graham is the Facebook page. WPMMradio.com is the website. WPMM. It's the you can also download the app as well and listen to some great music and some great topics and great shows. So I want to thank you guys. I'm about to get out of here. I will see you guys. I should see you on Thursday. I'm going to try my best to get here on Thursday night, 6 o'clock. So y'all join me again then. In the meantime, look out for my morning chronicles. I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 more, those in this week as well. Come next Thursday, 23rd. I'm sorry, next Wednesday, 23rd. Come hang out with your boy, Casting Flights, Mr. John, Mr. Frank, the good crew down there at Casting Flights. Come hang out with me. But it's been fun. I will see y'all Thursday night. Until then, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I am out of here.